Hey, I'm Andrew and welcome to DeepSight. In this video, I'll be walking you through the main features and pages so you can hit the ground running. So DeepSight is a platform for people who practice the skill of remote viewing, the act of using your intuition to collect information about a target. It's designed to provide an all-in-one platform with all the tools you need to keep your sessions organized, ensure target blindness, provide proof of session quality, allow team collaboration via teams and projects, and to provide a research tool where others can search topics and obtain data gathered around those topics, which have been collected via remote viewers. It can be used on desktop, laptop, tablet and mobile. On all of these devices, you can access it via the web, and you can also install it directly onto those devices. It's currently in its early stages, but contains all the core foundational features. However, there are many new, exciting features planned for the near future. When you first sign up to DeepSight, you'll receive an email with a verification link. Click the link in your email and you'll be signed in and taken to the profile page. So, the profile page, you can access it by clicking your avatar up in the top corner. And here you can see it just displays your basic profile information. Most of this is what you put in when you were signing up for your account. You can also click here to edit your profile settings. A few options to mention on here of note. You can change the visibility of your account from public to private. And this is how you would show up in the search users option. So if you want to be hidden in there, you can set it to private. But if you want to connect with others and be parts of a team or a project, then leave that as public. And the rest of the options in there are pretty self-explanatory. Remote viewing method. This is just the default remote viewing method. So when you submit a session, you can always change this. This is just what it will be pre-filled with when you submit the session. Canvas input type. So DeepSight has a built-in canvas for you to draw your sessions directly in the app. You can set the input method here. I use this on my Samsung mobile using the Galaxy S Pen. So I have this set to pen. Reason I don't have it set to all is because when I'm writing on it, I don't want my hand resting on the screen to mark the screen either. So I can set this to pen and it will only accept pen input. But you can, of course, change this to any of the other options here. If we now take a look at the notifications page, these are notifications that you get in-app, and these are generally things that, like you can see on here, invite requests to a team. You get notifications when someone invites you to connect, like a friend's request in Facebook. Also, if they decline or accept the request, and also if you get invited to projects, that kind of thing. If you want to mark a notification as unread again, you can just click the envelope. You can also clear the notifications, click on them to see a slightly different view with a bit more information in some cases. Next, I'll run you through the target pages. So if you come up to targets here, you've got my targets, pools, and submit target. So to start off, we'll look at the pools page. So this is where you would pick your targets from. It says here 50 targets, but there's actually a lot more targets than that. It's just this display will always show you 50 random targets from all of the targets that are available. And anytime you do an action on this screen, whether you're changing the pool filters or the verifiable filter, or you refresh the screen or revisit here, you always get a different random selection of 50 targets. So you coming into this screen and someone else coming into this screen, they're not going to see the same bunch of targets. At the side, you have your filtering options. So you can select between public targets, which most of these are, private targets, don't have any at the moment, but when you submit targets, you can submit them just to your private pool. And verifiable is when you submit a target, you need to say whether it's verifiable or not, whether the feedback is verifiable. And this allows you to filter on those different types of target, because if you're practicing and you get the feedback, you want to know whether your session matches the feedback. If it's a non-verifiable target, then obviously that's not going to help with practicing. On these target cards, you can see you've got a couple of different options. You have a button for activating the target, and you have a button for submitting a session for the target. Activating a target puts it into your My Targets page, where you might perform a session for it later on. And the Submit Session button activates the target and takes you straight to the Submit Session page if you're planning to work on it right that minute. So I'll demonstrate activating a target. And you can see this says reshuffled again. You have 50 different targets now being displayed here. If we go over to My Targets page, I think this is probably the one I clicked on here. So I've got 3 activated targets on here that I could work on at any time. You can see if a target has got multiple focus points, which are basically different elements of the target that you might want to run through your session process for. Then you can see those listed on the target card. There's an option here. If you're working on paper, then you might just want to have this displaying the target in the background while you're doing your paper session. You have a button to submit your session for the target, and this is just copying the tag to the clipboard in case you need it for some of your own documentation. You also have your filtering options at the side here, which you can click on completed. So these are targets that you've already completed sessions for, and then you can click to view that session. So next we'll take a look at submitting a target. So this is the Submit Target page. Give your target a title. You can assign it to a project if you have a project. You can assign it to the public pool or your private pool. Mark whether it's verifiable. Give it a description, which should include the location and the time at which you want the viewer to be focusing on that target, and upload an image, and you can add additional focus points here. So these focuses, they basically allow you to create up to 4 additional focus points for the viewer to obtain information about. You put a description in here, but the viewer won't see those descriptions until after they've submitted their session for the target. Okay, so next we'll take a look at sessions. Under the session menu, you've got My Sessions, Search Sessions, Submit a Session, and the Session Canvas. So first we'll take a look at My Sessions. So here you can see sessions you've submitted yourself, and you can click on a session to open it up. See the images that you uploaded for that session. You can set the session visibility to public or private, whether you want other people to be able to see it when they are in the Search Sessions page. And you can see the session and the target. And when you click on a session, you can zoom into the images, move them around, rotate them, move between the different images that you have. And the same for target image as well. Okay, so now we'll take a quick look at submitting a session. Come up to here. Okay, so select the target that you're working on. So this will be from your My Targets page, one that you have activated. You can set your RV method, notes, and the visibility of the session, which you can also change later as well when you're looking your session up. You can change the visibility in there. And here's where you upload your session images. So these can be a combination of web images in case you're getting them from some other platform that you've done your session on. You can just paste in the link to the image here and it will import them into here. And then you can also upload files here, and any combination of those 2 methods. Plus, if you use the built-in canvas, that will automatically load the pages that you do in the canvas will get loaded as images into here as well. So that might be a good point for me to show you the canvas. This is more designed for if you're on a mobile or tablet using a stylus pen, but I can demonstrate it on here anyway. Okay, so it's in pen mode at the moment. Obviously I'm on my computer using a mouse, so that's why we've got no input in here. But if we come back out and go to profile, for demonstration purposes, I will put this on, I'll just put it on all. Go session canvas. There we go. So now we have the ability to write on here. I'll give you a quick run through of these controls on the canvas. So the first one is just to hide the bar in case it's in your way, especially if you're on a small device like a mobile phone. That can be useful. You can change between light and dark mode. One thing to note with light and dark mode is as soon as you've drawn on the canvas, it will be grayed out and disabled. So if you need to change it, you need to set it at the beginning of the page that you're editing. So let's just clear those pages. So now you can see the options come back because I cleared everything. You've got undo and redo on here. You can undo, redo your edits. You've got your brushes, your brush sizes and your eraser sizes. So you can just quickly jump to one brush size. Maybe you want a big one for erasing. Quite simple to do from there. The delete icon is for deleting your current page, is this one here. So I'll just write something on here and do the first one. It will clear this current page. The second one here will wipe and reset the canvas completely. So that will delete all of your pages and all of your undo history, everything. So that will wipe everything when you do that. You will get a warning as well before you accept it. This is for your pages. If you want to create another page, you can use these buttons. So let's just do one page here, add another one, two, let's do a different color. So there we go, we've got our different pages. You can delete the last page as well. Like I said before, this bottom one will clear all of the pages. And the tag here, I've not set a tag on this session yet. This is basically the target I'm working on. Actually, let me just demonstrate that. So let's come out of here. So if I had a target set on here and I'm working on the canvas, maybe you need to write your target number at the start of your session, and you might be on a page, maybe you've forgotten the target number. You should really try to remember it, but in case you have, you can click that and you'll get a quick reminder there. So you know it's 1JE, and then it's just there to remind you what the target number is. When you've finished, either you want to exit this and save everything, or you want to exit this and erase everything. So that's done on this final button here. So the green one will save everything and import it into the session. And this one here will wipe everything and return you back to the session. So let's just create something on here. Let's just wipe that to begin with. Okay, so we've got some distinct pages on here. And say we finished the session, we can come up to here and we want to save the information. Click on this one, take them back to the session, and your images are imported here. And again, you can have a combination of these images and web images that you've got links to, or other images that you've got on your device that you want to upload here. You can go into these as well. You can add a note under each image. You can rotate the images, and you can change the page order if you wish, or you can delete the image as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Once you submit your session, you'll then get the feedback for that session. So you'll be able to see what the target was, unless your session is part of a project and the project is still ongoing. If it's an active project, then you won't get the session feedback until that session has been marked as complete, and then you'll be shown what the target feedback is afterwards. Okay, next I'll give you a quick run through on the teams and projects page. So if we go to here, go to teams, my teams, I've got some test teams set up here. I'm a member of one of these teams rather than being the manager. You've got your filter options here as well. You can see I'm not a manager of any of these. I am this one. Let's just go on here then. And in this team, I've got 2 members. You can set an avatar for the team. You can invite your contacts here. So it has to be users that you have a connection with, like a friend request with that's been accepted. Then you can invite them into a team. You can see any pending requests here, people you've invited that haven't accepted the request yet. And here is people that have accepted the request. You can also kick them off the team as well if you so wish. You can delete the team, edit the team, and also create projects within that team as well. So here you can see active and completed projects. So here's a completed one. Obviously this is all just test data, so there's nothing really interesting to show here, but I can just show you the basic layout of this. So if we click on this card here, and here's your project view. As I said, there's not much in here at the moment because this is just a test run through. But here you'd have the targets. You'd see target cards here for the targets that were allocated into this project. And here you would see a little card for all the sessions that have been uploaded for this project and which target they relate to. And this project has a status of completed. So myself as the manager and the members of this project would be able to go in and view those sessions. But while the project is in active status, only the project manager can view the sessions. The members will not be able to view those sessions until after the project has been completed. One other useful thing to know, and do bear in mind this application is in beta phase at the moment, so expect there to be some bugs and possible glitches and things until we get all those issues ironed out. There is this button up here which is the logo, and if you run into any problems in the app, you can press this and it will do a refresh of the data on that page and in the app itself actually. So be careful if you've got like a form that's half filled in or something and you press that, because it could erase your data in the form when it does a refresh. But if you run into problems, something's not loading correctly, you get an error or something like that, you can click that button to refresh it, and hopefully that should help fix that issue or allow you to get past it. Actually, one more thing to show you is the contacts page. This is quite self-explanatory, but on here you can search for other users. On their user cards you can see the modalities that they selected. So the idea there is maybe you want to put a team together and you want to create a spread of the modalities. So someone who's more visually orientated, someone who's more conceptual, or someone who's more emotional with the data that they perceive. Then the idea is that you could just use those for getting a wide range of those different skills together in a particular team. The icons on these cards, you can see the handshake means that you're connected. So you have sent them a connection request and they've accepted it. If it's got the dotted circle there, that means you've sent them a request and it's pending. To send someone a request, so I can actually break one of these connections that I've got now. So I'm going to remove that contact. And there's the button that you would press to send them a connection request. My contacts is just people that you are connected with or you have pending connections with. Thank you so much for being a beta tester. Your feedback is absolutely invaluable, and I can't wait to hear about your experience using DeepSight to manage your remote viewing sessions. Your involvement now will directly shape the app's future. We have a huge roadmap of features planned, and your suggestions will help us prioritize what's most important for the community. Just as a reminder, as a tester, you have free access for the entire duration of the beta phase, and you'll get an additional month of free access once we go live. We also have a free tier that lets you access all of your past sessions, so you'll never lose your data. Don't forget to join our Discord server. This is the essential place for you to provide feedback, suggest new features, report bugs, or just chat with other members of the community. Anyway, have fun exploring the app, and I look forward to seeing some new sessions popping up. Happy RVing and have a great day.